Defense Politics, big picture on global news explained from bird eye view. Welcome to this podcast of Buzz and Rave Show, where we discuss how pivotal politics of defense is. How is it going, Buzz?
Hanging in there. Where there is nightingale sound, that's where bon appetit is. How are you, Rave?
Do defense matters really matters? If so, to what extent?
Well, they are pivotal and peripherals to the world narratives.
But isn't there no end to violence and no one is the winner in war?
Defense doesn't really mean a war. These are two different things. Starting a war is never a smart thing to do.
Then why the hell countries spend such a humongous budget on something they will not conduct and carry out, especially in the nuclear age?
That's true, but what if there exists a falsified narrative and an organized imperative of lies that kept reality not to surface for one nation over another? Then, in some cases, war will dictate the reality for the country who achieves an edge in war.
So war swallows lies and might unearth the hidden truth behind right.
Yeah, but in this day and age, it is a total catastrophe for nations engaged in it, if it does not end up in a silo.
Like putting Ginny back into the bottle, if possible. So gist of defense build-up by nation-states is to dictate one's narrative. To put it simply, if you don't do this, then this is what I got. What do you got? And so on.
Exactly the case. And NATO has come out aggressive lately, a solemn affirmation of transatlantic alliance. Then continuous support of Ukraine by comprehensive assistance package.
And NATO, South Korea sign airworthiness agreement. NATO missile defense in Poland is mission ready. Endorsement of NATO countries on revised AI strategy and agreement on new NATO cyber defense center.
And US to use Japanese factories to build Patriot air defense missiles, currently deployed in Ukraine.
It's Boeing Company, which was supposed to develop but not able to meet requirements or output supposedly.
But in addition, UK is also going to discuss joint fighter program with Japan and Italy.
Which then resulted in Chinese reaction as Chinese government spokesperson calling it as a Chinese challenge behind Japanese pretext of joint production.
Well, everyone try to play up on the first opportunity. Politics of defense is about deterrence or posturing, isn't it?
And speaking of posturing, China and Russia have begun joint naval drills, while Ukraine government is increasing its defense budget to about $12 billion.
Norway is also increasing its defense budget, and that's expected.
Isn't it NATO that's influencing defense spending, and more in Europe?
Well, you might very well think that. I couldn't possibly comment on more.
And on the other side, India and Russia are also increasing joint ventures.
Indian defense platform is historically Russian. However, it tried to diversify it with Western arms deals in recent times. After all, it remains the largest importer of defense arms in the world.
And Russia warns EU chiefs' plan for new defense union, stating it as signal of confrontation.
And China sanctions 6 US defense firms for Taiwan-related arms sale.
That's according to Bloomberg, but according to AFP, 12 US defense-related companies and 10 executives over arms sales to Taiwan in retaliation to earlier US sanctions. That includes freezing of assets.
Call it retaliation, or call it reciprocity. Defense politics is in full swing.
Defense orders and stock market capitalization in European markets are increasing and increasing. What does it tell?
From a bird-eye view, it's clear that whichever direction the world takes, Europe would likely shall see one industry to become an integral part, A new chapter, therefore, a new cultural regime to emerge in the future.
A new chapter which is going to define a new character in European societies. Well, probably not new. But after a 3-4 decades of shift, after all, 1,000-year-old tendencies don't disappear in few decades, do they?
Spot on sarcasm, perhaps. But I take that. And with that, we'll wrap up this summary. Do like and subscribe. Cheero.
See you later, viewers. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.